Good morning, violin players. I'm going to go through kind of a little teaching lesson today on how to do Here Comes the Sun, which is the playing quiz. We're going to introduce the piece of music week 8, and you will have 2 weeks to do it. So you're not going to even have to submit until Friday of week 9. So if you watch this, hopefully it'll give you an idea. If you have any questions about it, then just get in touch. And hopefully I'll answer them, or we can Zoom or something like that. So Here Comes the Sun for violin, we have 3 sharps, so F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. On your top strings, that's fantastic. It means you have high 2s everywhere, so we're very used to playing that. We're in the key of A. The tricky thing is going to be on your lower strings, so because you have the C sharp on your G string, you're going to have a stretch 3. And because you have the G sharp, which is our new sharp, we're going to have a stretch 3 on the D string as well. Now, we don't play down that low, but there are some Gs in here. There are no C sharps. The other thing is, if you had an open G string, you wouldn't be able to play a 0. You'd have to play a backwards one. But we don't have that. Okay, so the trickiest thing about this one is I'm getting a new furnace, so in case you can hear that, that's what's going on in the background. The trickiest thing about this one is the rhythms. And my suggestion would be to play it without the ties to start. So I'm going to play it without the ties. You'll notice that you have 8 bars of rest. And I think listening to the YouTube video is going to really help you a lot. If you're familiar with the song, it's going to be easier. Okay? So I'm going to start at measure 9. You've got a full beat rest. And then we've got this. 1, 2, ready, it's rest. 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 2. Then you've got 2 full measures. Okay, so what I did, the tricky thing about that rhythm that we have, we've got 3 eighth notes, T, 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 ta, and it's followed by a quarter note, so it's twice as long. Okay, so rest, fast, 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 long. Now, if you know the song and you're familiar with the song, the ties really make it. So what it'll turn into when they've tied the 2 eighth notes together, you've got short, long. The 2 B's are tied together, so they become a quarter note. Long for the C, long or extra long for the A, because you've got a quarter note A and you've got an eighth note. And then short, 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 long. So I'm going to put in the ties this time. 1, 2, ready, measure 9, it's rest. Same thing. Rest. Short, long. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going on after the repeat, rest. Rest. So same thing, you've got to think about where are the eighth notes in here. So if I started after the repeat sign, which is measure 16, full beat rest, short, 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 dotted quarter note. So 1.5 beats, full beat rest, short, short, short quarter, and then there's the eighth note there. Okay, but when I put in the ties, T, 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 ta, ta, Ti ta ta ta, ti ta 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 ta. So we have these notes that are landing. It's a syncopated rhythm. They're landing in between the beats. So I'm going to play from 16 through the end of 19. Actually, I'll probably keep going. Okay, because it kind of repeats. 1, 2, 16. Ready? It's rest. Rest. Long, long. Rest, rest, same thing. Rest. And you will notice at the end of 22 and tied into 23, it's the first time we have a G, so it's a G sharp. So it's going to be third finger stretched out. Okay, after that, it kind of repeats. This rhythm is pretty similar throughout the whole thing. So I'm going to be 22, 23, measure 24. 1, 2, ready, it's rest. 26. Rest. Ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum bum. All right, so we've got some rests, and I was singing kind of the piano part, and a repeat, which you do not have to do. Okay, now what was the time signature at the beginning? Time signature was 4/4 time signature, which is normal. It's the most common time signature. Okay, right here where we stopped, it changes to 3/8. Totally fine if you want to count each individual eighth note. So, like in We Shall Overcome, we had 6/8 time. Each individual eighth note gets one pulse. But sometimes we group them together, or the conductor at least groups them together instead of going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for your individual eighth notes. You might go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or I might do that while you're following along. So this part's actually a little bit tricky. I think I would kind of skip it because we're not playing along with an accompaniment at this point. But when you get back to the 3/8 time before 42, so 41, 40, 39, I would count it in 1. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, ba-dum, bum. And then we go back into 5/4. So 5/4 is just regular 4/4, but they just added an extra beat in there, which is strange as well. And then after we're done with that section, it's kind of a repeat of the beginning. So hopefully that's not too confusing, but we're going to start at the 3/8 time, thinking of it in one big pulse of 3 smaller eighth notes. So at the 3/8 time, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 measures, rest here. 3, 4, ready, it's rest. Rest. Rest, rest, rest. Rest. There's your G sharp, it's rest. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, rest. Rest. 2, 3, 4, rest. 2 rests. Second measure, ready, it's rest. And then you're done. Okay, so take a look. Like I said, that tricky section with the changing of the time signatures, we're not actually really doing that because we're not playing along with an accompaniment. But we talked about how to do it. Okay, hopefully that's good. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.